see what it's like with Sam Darnold in a full game, obviously, because you haven't played in the preseason?
Yeah, I'm very anxious, very excited to just play football. You know, it's been a minute since we got back on that field and competed. So it feels like a kid. You know, just having that first game again, and you know, just a time to showcase our talents and showcase what our team is all about. But it's one step towards our main goal. So the opportunities are there, and we just got to make the most of them.
Did you get antsy right about now, or you're just ready to play ball?
Yeah, I'm antsy, but I don't really get too antsy until about night before the game. That's when I can't sleep. I have the jitters. I'm just excited or happy to finally play ball again and to play in front of the world. So that's something I'm looking forward to, and just to kick off year 5 is something that's exciting.
Do you follow the record that's up for grabs already in week 1? You get 125 plus yards. You're the first to do it in the span of 5 years.
I didn't know that. But I mean, it's. I always say, the records are going to come whenever they come. If it's my time to get, over 125 and I get that record, that's wonderful. But if I don't get it and we win the game, that's something that I'm also excited about. So, if it happens, it happens. But I'm not going out there having it on my mind and, having it as a goal for the game to reach that record and to break that record.
Have you stopped keeping track of them?
I see them whenever I break them, but it's not something that, I'm going out there, trying to strive for and trying to achieve. It just comes whenever it comes. That's just me playing ball and, just happens whenever it happens.
In your previous week 1s, what's been your experience in terms of what you thought the team might do, and then not so much because of covering you in particular, but just what their defensive approach is going to be and what tweaks they made in the offseason or whatnot, and couldn't have planned for or expect? Yeah,
I mean, we pretty much figured by year 5 they'll kind of figure it out. They'll kind of understand who's out there on the field. It doesn't matter the quarterback or the situation back there. I'm still the player that I am. So we expect what we expect. We've been watching the film. We've been going back on the last time they played us. So just like I said, we're excited for the game plan. We feel comfortable about the game plan. We just need to go out there, execute our plays, not shoot ourselves in the foot like we did. A few weeks in the beginning of last season. So that's just something that we're kind of taking into consideration, kind of putting the focus towards. And we just need to go out there and play ball.
So what is the difference there? Like, what have you guys kind of worked on or thought about in terms of making sure that what happened in those first few games last year?
Yeah, just the ball security circuits, just kind of putting the emphasis towards it, just making sure that we're not hurting ourselves in those type of situations. We kind of focused on that second half of the season where we didn't turn over the ball as much, and we were all about the ball. So that's something that we're trying to maintain going into this year, trying to start off fast and not start off slow like we did last year.
Justin Ko talked at the end of the preseason about the ball security during the preseason and how he was going to emphasize that with you guys coming out of the preseason, trying to carry it forward, even if it's backups playing in the exhibition games. Have you heard a lot of that from him in the last week or two, saying that let's keep doing what we've been doing in the preseason that way?
For sure. I mean, to be honest, we've been saying it even before the turnovers last year. We just didn't put emphasis on it to maintain keeping the ball and to hold the ball in our hands. So, I feel like we just kind of put more as on players onto focus on holding the ball right, the 5 points of pressure and making sure we're not being loose with the football. So that's just something that's mentally that you have to put your mind through to hold the ball a certain way and to not get lazy and to get loose with it. But carrying the football, not letting the football loose on the ground, that's something that's going to help us down the line when we need it.
Justin, as you reflect on your contract negotiations, why was it important for you to do it the way you did it? Just kind of being on the field and available, being around.
Yeah, one, it was for my teammates to really not show that I'm all about the money, and I'm all about contract, and just being about myself. That's not something that I grew up on. It's not something that I wanted my teammates to have, over my name. So just being here, being around, having a smile on my face and wanting to come to work every single day, even when I didn't have that contract. I knew that contract was going to come whenever it comes, and I wasn't going to let that stop me from coming out here and making greatness and being great. So I just let the people that need to handle it, and whatever I need to do on this football field, that's what I got to do. But I knew the circumstances of the contract, knowing that I was 2 years early, and knew that I probably would have to wait another year. So it's all about just talking to your people, talking to the right people, making sure that you're doing the right things, and not letting that hinder you from being on that field.
Justin, your third year in this offense, what more, or is there more that the coaching staff you think can unlock for you, just from a play calling standpoint?
Yeah, it's very difficult, I should say. Just all of the different schemes, different motions, just different looks that they have to kind of put me into for me to be available in this offense. There's so many different schemes and different ways that they try to take me out the game. So in order for us to have that energy, keep that momentum, and of course just give one of their best players the ball. That's just something that we try to work on every single day. Of course, KO is always talking, communicating with us on to what we like, what he likes, what he wants to see, and what we think that will work on Sunday. So I feel like it's been great communication on what we want as a whole and where we're trying to go down the line, and I feel like it's going to work.
So would you say they've made it more complicated for you now than?
I wouldn't say complicated, but I definitely have to be in the playbook a little bit more than I used to. Have to be a little bit more conditioned than I have to. But that's something that I want. I love the task. Of course, I want the ball whenever it's my time to get the ball. So in order for that, I gotta be prepared to get those double teams, those triple teams. I gotta be prepared to run a lot and to be available in this offense. So I'm down for it.
Justin, they were talking yesterday, Kevin was, about different personnel groupings that you guys can run out of, 2 tight ends, Josh Oliver on the field, CJ. How does it look different to you on the defense when you have bigger personnel out there versus when you're running 11 personnel?
Yeah, I feel like they stack the box a little bit more whenever we have bigger guys in the offense. But that's the thing about our guys. We still can run routes with those big guys. C.J. Ham is still able to run routes as a fullback. Josh, being as big as he is, he still can move and still being able to have a big catch radius and going and high point the ball. So even when we're in those 12 personnels, those 21 personnels, we're still able to throw the ball, and we're still able to move the ball downfield. And of course, they do best at blocking. So, having Aaron Jones back in the backfield and being able to follow behind them and to make cuts off of them, it's going to be big for us, especially play action and just getting different looks with different things that we want to do.
Hey, Justin, it's only great to see Jamar going through this, kind of taking us up right to week 1.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But, I don't know who's talking to him or in his ear. I was in that same type of situation last year, but I wasn't staying away from practice. I was participating in everything, and I was just really getting my business done. I understood that I was 2 years early, and it wasn't very likely that I was going to be able to get a contract done before the season. So just take care of your business. You know that you're going to have a good season. Go out there and have it, and let that contract be an even bigger talk after the season and in the off season after a big season that you had. So it's tough. It's tough. I understand it, but I hope everything goes well on his end, and I hope he's back there on that field and able to compete like he always do.
Justin, how proud are you of Jordan and Jalen, even though they're both dealing with little ankle injuries right now, to see their growth and do you advise them, like, don't push through it, be smart about it? Like
I mean, it goes hand in hand. I'm definitely excited to see them, blossom the way they have. Jay being a second-year player, and him having the year that he had last year, and I feel like that was a confidence booster for him, being able to perform the way he did, especially while I was out. So for him to come back second year with me in this offense now, and to have somebody to kind of fall back on, and to take a little bit of pressure off of him, I feel like that connection that our trio is gonna go crazy. Just with our ability to high point the ball, ability to make plays, and just score touchdowns. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait.
Justin, you were pretty close to Calvin Johnson's record a few years ago.
Yeah.
Was 2,000 yards something you ever think about or have a goal for?
Always. I mean, it definitely was something that I was thinking about last year, especially with the start that I had to the season. And sadly, I had the injury, so. It is always something that I'm always going after. That's probably will be the only record that I will ever chase, in season-wise. So it's something that I'll always keep in the back pocket. I wouldn't say that's my main goal, and that's something that that's my, I'm trying to go get, but it's always going to be out there. That's something that no one has ever done in the history of the game for years. So, of course, it's in the back of my mind, but that's not my main objective. Appreciate y'all.